twice in his career. The third knockout victory on his ledger happened during Crawford-Madrimov fight week on the Santa Monica Pier. He's trying to cash that bag once more here tonight in his 6th-rounder against Austin Dulworth. And Lugo said of his fighting style, that people want to watch brutality, and when they watch me, you're going to watch someone fight. You're not going to watch anyone dancing around.
Very true, Corey.
Stiff jab there from Lugo. Now, Dulworth was a pretty good amateur in his own right during his time. Made it to the semifinals of the U.S. Youth Nationals back in 2015. Nice right hand connected there by Dulworth.
Sneaky right.
He's ran into a nice left hook there from Lugo, who spins him around and whips a nice right hand to the body.
Lugo has really fast hands.
Really comfortable in the pocket. Doesn't have your traditional style, like his punches are from weird angles. Great left hook to the body.
There from Lugo, just flowing between stances. And you see the intensity from Lugo. He kind of oscillates between this kind of quiet patience and an explosion.
Yeah, that's what makes him so good.
Which he said in the fighting meetings, he does that for the crowd. You know, he rather just boxes. Doesn't seem like he'd rather box, though.
No. And Austin's face is red and looks has a little concerned look on his face after getting hit with feeling Lugo's power.
Speed. Wow. Very fast.
And Lugo almost annoyed by that jab from Dulworth a moment ago. Put some hard combinations together. You could hear that right hand to the body. And a takedown there from Dulworth.
Kind of lifted him up off the ground.
Yeah, that was a hard fall.
Said he's taken the sport serious in the last couple of years, like you alluded to earlier, Corey. But does he have enough skill to deal with such a decorated amateur, undefeated pro like Nathan Lugo?
Dulworth just leaning on Lugo here. Trying a little bit of the rough stuff here. You saw him just kind of toss Lugo to the canvas earlier.
Dulworth snuck in a nice little left hook.
He got hit with a better right hand to the body immediately afterwards.
As his corner yells out, counter, counter. They want him to counter, but it's not as easy when you got a guy that hits that hard in front of you, throwing leather.
That might be his best bet, though, to fight like that, to move, you know, laterally.
Land a big shot out of nowhere from a weird angle.
Yeah, because you're fighting somebody who's bigger, stronger, and faster. You want to throw his timing off.
Round 2 underway. Nate Lugo and Austin Dulworth. You see Lugo opting to stand up in between rounds. We've seen him do that throughout his career.
Good right hand by Dulworth.
Yeah, he landed a sneaky right in there.
Got him in the corner now. You got to let your hands go. Don't just stay there with your heads together.
He wants
More good body shots there from Lugo.
Oh, that's good work by Dulworth. Keeping Lugo against the ropes.
He wants to
Putting him back
smother
in the corner.
Doesn't want to give him room to let those big shots.
Not landing anything, but and he gave it up. He said, all right, let's go back to the center. Beautiful body work.
This is where Lugo's going to thrive with space to really let those combinations go.
Lugo's been able to land those body shots in close and from long range, and now pops the head back of Dulworth with a nice uppercut.
I'm I'm starting to see the method to Lugo's style.
Dulworth hasn't shot anything back since he got off out of
Yeah, he is feeling these right hands. Lugo battering Dulworth right now as he brings that right hand downstairs 3 consecutive times. Dulworth complaining about low blows, but
those are clean shots to me.
I think he's trying to say there's nothing. Keep going. I'm good here.
Is that what it was,
Yeah,
Brock?
because those shots weren't low.
that's quite the gamble.
And he doesn't look like he's in the best of shape of the world in the midsection there. Maybe he has strong abs underneath that.
I mean, you got to be in shape to take those shots.
For sure.
You got to be in some kind of shape.
Right hand to the body from Lugo. You can see the redness on the midsection of Dulworth, who just got clubbed with a right hand. You see the left leg of Dulworth lifting up as he braces for some of these shots. The weight of these shots from Nate Lugo, very apparent here from ringside.
And I like the work he's put in. He threw about 2-3 right hands to the body and then brought it upstairs.
I don't think Dulworth threw a punch this round.
You know why? When you throw a punch, you're at risk.
See Nate's father, Mike Lugo, his trainer in his corner. Brother Elijah checking in as well.
Complaining about back of the head, what I told you guys.
He got inside. Dulworth got inside, but he didn't let his hands go.
This is the kind of attitude that Lugo was talking about with us in fighter meetings as well. There's something kind of sinister about this work. He says he would prefer to have his opponent quit than to knock them out. He wants to just take the will to fight out of them.
He's thinking exhibiting some showmanship right now, just playing around with him.
And good defense on the ropes there, head moving by Lugo. Distant, controlling the distance.
Good uppercuts there from Lugo as the round comes to a close.
Having fun in there. Dulworth didn't land one shot in that round. Not a real shot.
I don't think so.
Outside of the beginning of the round.
Well, the second most dangerous job in the squared circle next to fighting was being a cameraman. Look at that.
Definitely dangerous.
Good chin on the cameraman.
Oh, yeah.
And good to see he's up and still filming the corner of Nate Lugo.
That was a 10-8 round.
Maybe he was a former fighter. Who knows? If you're in Texas, I won't put it past him.
Big shout out to Herb, the cameraman. Nate Lugo having a blast in there right now. Round 3 now underway. You could really see guys as now heavier fighters are in the ring here in Lugo and Dulworth. If this smaller ring that Overtime Boxing utilizes in the small ring that's here in the Red Owl facility, those ropes really start to close in when you get some super middleweights and light heavyweights in there.
Yes. I mean, even though it was evident during Perez and Juarez, yeah, it definitely when the bigger guys step into the ring.
Neither guy, I mean, this is first time I'm seeing Lugo throwing a couple jabs. Neither guy have thrown many jabs, but Lugo hasn't had to. He's created openings with his movement.
Yeah, he's definitely athletic kid. I mean, even from a flat-footed stance, he has the ability to
spring.
Yeah, he has the ability to spring count with his counters. It's pretty fast.
Right hands to the body from Lugo continue to land. Dulworth promised that this would be one of the hardest fights that Lugo's ever had, and he's been trying to do what he can here to make that so. In particular, just trying to bully Lugo, just trying to use physical size and strength to make things uncomfortable. The problem is that Lugo has found routes to the body even in moments like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the question. Can he even last for 6 rounds continuing to get hit with that right hand to the body?
The difference I see between the last couple of fights I watched of Lugo is that he's being a little bit more patient. He's picking his shots.
Yeah.
He's not just trying to go out there and just knock the guy out like he did in his prior fights.
Good observation.
Oh, God. Great body work by Lugo.
Nice little uppercut there. He's having fun in there, really comfortable in the pocket.
What he's doing is exhibiting his boxing skills.
Yeah,
he said, I'm actually a skillful boxer.
Even in the pocket, with his hands low, he's still able to evade most of those shots that Dulworth is throwing.
I thought Dulworth would drop with that body shot.
Yeah, that was a wicked left hand to the body.
Good body shot.
And you can see why scouts are so high on Lugo. It's this mixture of that slick boxing ability when he wants to tap into it, and then just that brute force, the brutality of some of these shots.
Yeah, good try by Dulworth. He was just smothered there, but I think he came to win. He came in shape. At the moment, he's just getting outclassed.
Yeah. I mean, Nathan Lugo is giving you kind of the best of both worlds of what you want out of a boxer.
Good defense.
Take a look at those punch stats on the bottom right of your screen. Nate Lugo outlanding Dulworth 81 to 11 to this point. Landing, I mean, he's approaching 50% territory, which, you know, is dangerous territory if you're on the other side of it.
Yeah, I mean, most of those shots are power shots, Corey. So, I mean, credit to Dulworth to still be standing here going into this next round.
That's the highest percentage tonight, and these are hard shots from a big, fast puncher.
Round 4 underway.
So far,
Lugo
the red
going
corner,
right back to the body of Austin Dulworth.
Right, so far the red corner tonight has not lost one round. But the blue corner has been competitive. They're
He's
trying.
game.
Yeah, they're definitely game.
Yeah, we've seen some surprising durability from the blue corner here tonight.
Man.
Austin Dulworth continuing that trend. He has eaten a lot of heavy shots from a hard hitter in Nate Lugo.
I think Lugo is turning up the power in this round, according to those last 2 body shots he just landed. Yeah.
Steps into the sweeping left hook.
He's been able to eat those heavy shots,
Yeah.
Dulworth.
What a shot from Nate Lugo, and down goes Dulworth.
Not that one.
Get back in the neutral corner, young man. But this count can continue.
Plenty of time for Lugo to work with here in the 4th.
That was a straight right hand, I believe.
Right on the top of the head.
Blood on the face of Dulworth. You see it around his left eye. And Nate Lugo is tasting blood right now.
In a patient way, going down to the body, coming up top, not throwing reckless, literally landing all of these shots.
Nate Lugo all over Dulworth.
Good work, body and head.
It's been a Lugo family barbecue tonight, and Nate Lugo is the one cooking. Hard body shot again,
Wow.
and Dulworth may have only stood up because of the body weight of Nate Lugo.
Guys, I smell
Well
bonus
done.
money.
I thought it was well done.
Dulworth talking to the crowd, but he's got a ferocious power puncher in front of him to worry about.
And doing it methodically right now.
Oh, what a shot again from Lugo. The referee taking a close look as the head of Dulworth is just popping all over the place.
2 more shots, the ref is going to jump right in. He's looking closer.
This is cerebral work here from Lugo, who is having fun in there.
I'm not sure Austin Dulworth comes out of the corner if he makes it to the end of this round.
You certainly couldn't blame him if that would be the case.
Good reflexes by Lugo.
Nate Lugo, hands down, just getting out of the way of everything. Total domination from Nate Lugo.
Like I said, he turned that round up. He got the knockdown. Dulworth, you know, he's a strong kid, still fighting.
Dulworth tells the referee, I'm good.
Yeah.
I am good.
He's a fighter. Beautiful straight right hand. Over the top.
Indeed.
Put him down. Wow. Right on the jawline, put him down. Calmly walk to the neutral corner.
Looks like Dulworth is cut from that Juarez cloth.
Tough kid. He got something he's fighting for, you know, has a family. He's been putting the work in lately, got 4 straight wins. He's just in there against, you know, a really, really good fighter.
Earning his money today.
So Nate Lugo scored the first knockdown of the fight in the previous round. Looked like he had Dulworth in a lot of trouble. It didn't look like it. He did have Dulworth in a lot of trouble. And interestingly, guys, Lugo to this point has landed more body shots in this fight than he ever has previously in his career.
As Dulworth tries to make a run here at the beginning of this 5th round, not landing cleanly any of those shots.
No, but that's good for him. He is scoring points, but I think it's kind of like Lugo's allowing him to push him in the corner.
Getting him to feel comfortable enough to counter with a big shot, because I know he wants to end this fight before the last bell.
Other right hand to the body. And again, guys, I think we're seeing some of that attitude that Lugo was talking about in terms of his preference as to how he would like to end fights.
Right.
He's doing this so methodically. You feel like there are moments where he could kind of flurry and press the issue, but I think he wants to toy with Dulworth a little bit.
Right, and knockouts are good. Obviously, everybody loves knockouts. We love knockouts, but when you're a power puncher like this, even boxing like this makes the fans excited because you're landing hard shots.
And at any moment, you're thinking this fight can end.
Right.
Keeps you on the edge of your seat, but I love the fact that Nathan is showing his boxing ability. To your point earlier, Barack, we hadn't seen that in his previous fights.
Right, definitely showed me a lot today. I'm very impressed. I see him setting traps. I see him, you know, jabbing to the body and then coming back upstairs, hooking to the body, then pretty good kid.
Yeah.
Another uppercut to the body, then brings it up top. And to that point, guys, I think what it does, too, is it kind of recalibrates the expectations for Nate Lugo. Now, you know, maybe you are watching him thinking, okay, I want to see a little bit more of that boxing ability. It's not just tuning in, hoping he blows someone out.
Yeah. And he knows at the right distance when to keep his hands low. There's a method to his madness and his style. And I'm really seeing a lot of those nuances today.
In this weight class, there's not too many guys that are this athletic.
And the speed that he has as well.
This is beautiful footwork from Lugo, combined with the power punching. Saw him land that kind of swivel step uppercut like that.
Wow.
And that is it. That is a responsible stoppage from the official. Nate Lugo thoroughly dominant in this one.
Phenomenal performance.
And Nate Lugo will cash the knockout bonus.
Respect the Dulworth for giving his all. We'll let you fight another day. Good call by the referee. He's just a tough kid. He wasn't going to lay down.
And I like how Dulworth looked at the ref, first complained initially, then he looked at the ref and said, okay, I understand.
I see your point.
I get it.
Respect.
An ethical stoppage there from the referee. That was only going to get worse for Austin Dulworth. He needed to be saved Dulworth too brave for the moment, perhaps. Let's take a look back at some of the highlights. There were a lot of them for Nate Lugo in this one.
All one-sided, just a beautiful display of skill. He didn't seem to be too focused on getting the knockout as opposed to just showing his skill set. And I'm glad he got the chance to show it against a really tough kid that was able to take his shots.
That was a perfect example of fighters say, I'm not looking for the knockout, I'm going to let it come.
Yeah, and that shot right there was beautiful. It was a long distance shot. He caught him at the end of the shot. He didn't even follow through, and it had enough zip on it to put him down.
Very impressive performance by the young prospect.
All right, we are ready to make this one official, so let's send it back up to Lupe Contreras.
Inside the OTX ring, an accumulation of punches obligates referee John Shorley to stop this contest with an official time of 2 minutes 47 seconds of the 5th and penultimate round. Your winner, by way of technical knockout and still undefeated, the Brick Buster, Nathan Lugo.